with the speech titled, Those Times I Lost. Those Times I Lost, Alunga Madala.
You're probably wondering, what's Alunga doing? Thumb down? What does this guy mean? I mean me. I'm a loser. Okay, now you're probably wondering, okay, what? How are you a loser? What makes you a loser? Did he lose the game? Did he lose a match? Did he lose focus while studying? Did he lose his mind? Okay, the other things, no. But I do Toastmasters. And in case any of you were thinking otherwise, you're crazy, bonkers, mad, because you're here. So fortunately, we're all in the same boat. But unfortunately, I do lose. I lose my stuff, my belongings. Fellow Toastmasters, I'm going to tell you all this morning about my crippling tendency to forget things, or rather, the times that I lost just about anything. Have you ever had something so valuable, so precious to call your own that you would swear to make sure that it's safe and secure? Maybe it's a new pet, a pit bull maybe, or a chihuahua, whatever you like. Maybe that new iPhone or that perfect watch that your partner got for your birthday. Or maybe you really got spoiled, okay? And you have a polished, sleek, immaculate Gusheshe parked right outside your house. Okay, for any of you that do not know what a Gusheshe is, firstly, shame on you. No, I'm joking. But it's any of the old BMW 325 IS model cars. And it's basically the spinning and drifting car of South Africa, the drag racing car. I mean, wouldn't you enjoy that? I know I would. Now, imagine that new phone, that watch, God forbid, that Gusheshe were gone in an instant because you dropped it, you left it in a bag and the bag got stolen. Maybe you just lost it. All you'd be thinking is, oh man, how could I be so careless? How could I be so stupid? How could I do this? Yo, mama's gonna kill me. We all know that the last one is the real reason we're stressing. You can trust me as I tell you this. I've had those same negative thoughts so many times that I can't even remember all the times that I've lost important things. Like my brother, even in preparation for the speech, had to remind me of so many of the times that I lost things. Like the time I lost my shoes hiking along the wild coast, or the time that I actually lost my iPad outside the dining hall in boarding school. Or all the many, many times I've lost my phone. I'm going to relay, however, one time. A time that took a certain level of expertise to pull off. You see, I'm what they call talented, prolific, if you may, in the arts of forgetting my stuff. You might have related with me up until now, but once I'm done, you will know just how unmatched I am when it comes to forgetting things. I can assure you, I will outperform you. Years ago, it was a morning like any other, but for one specific reason, like none other. The day was bright. I had a pip in my step, a sparkle in my eye, because little Alunga, to him, life was going to change. He was going to the land of the free, the home of the brave. He was going to the US, baby. And it's his first time as well. So you can imagine he's bubbling with excitement. He's over the moon and ecstatic for this trip. He woke up that morning, sat up, went to the kitchen, sat down to eat his Weet-Bix, and he did eat those Weet-Bix. But there was something about them. What words can I use to describe it? It was savory yet sweet. It was beautiful flavor. Une délicieuse saveur, as the French put it. Just a bowl of Weet-Bix. Nothing but that. It was like he was eating how he was feeling. He was feeling great. Now, fast forward that day. He's feeling great. Him, his mother, and his father are in the car on the way to the next step towards his dream trip. Just a tiny, little insignificant piece of admin that needs to be done. So we arrive at the US Embassy in Santon, and hope is in the air. He steps out the car, puts on his cap, throws on his jacket, straightens up his belt, and checks for his visa documents in his front jacket pocket. He comes to a grave and terrible realization. Frozen with fear, quaking in his boots, he realizes that he has to tell Mama. In the end, we got my documents after a painstaking encounter with my mother, and of course, I was able to get the visa and go on the trip. But there's something about these times that always make you feel inferior, make you feel anxious. You feel almost as though you're worthless. But that's not true. These times where we feel our worst, where we drift and fade into a slump, these times will become past. It will become nothing but a memory, a distant memory. They're not as fatal as we think. So, fellow Toastmasters, in closing, the moral of the story is, by any means, don't tell Mama. Mr. Chair.